And that is handsome boyfriend Dave.
How we doing?
A pretty sporty do.
That's it. Wind tunnel tested.
Welcome to the worst talk show. With a name like that, there's only one way to go, and that's up. So we just wanted to say thank you. If you're watching this live, of course, thank you for being part of our live virtual studio audience.
We like to think of it as a family.
Also, thank you if you're watching us on Abington Community Access Television. If you have Verizon, that's channel 28. Comcast is channel 13. We are on every Friday night at 9, which Dave has already said is the Miami Vice time slot, which is very exciting. And you can also see us. We've got our own playlist on the AbCam, the Abington Community Access YouTube page. So we'll give you all the links to that if you like, or you can just Google it, man. And if your cable access channel doesn't carry us, send them a text or send them an email or give them a call. And,
and tell them you want your MTV.
Request your local cable channel to carry the worst talk show.
Eric Lightbody,
John
El Santoro,
Melanie Cousin.
Thank you very much.
Faces are here. Very exciting. We're still trying to figure out, the nuts and bolts of the show sometimes, so bear with us. So I think that we maybe didn't set up very well with where we are on our little bench. Holly Cantor, hello!
Where would you like to be?
And Sean O'Brien, hello. We have lots of stuff to talk about, and of course, every week we like to talk about things we watched, things we listened to, and things we ate. Mostly made to eat at this point, but yeah, all of it. Bob Tarasi, hello! Pablo's in the house. I think I already said hi to Holly Cantor, but I will say it again because she's pretty great.
Listen, we don't want her getting full of herself, right?
Can we talk about this hairdo?
We can, but there's so much else to talk about.
You're very like Jimmy Neutron right now.
All right, look, it doesn't look like
Johnny
soft.
Mnemonic?
It doesn't look like soft serve ice cream. It looks more like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, it is. It's very Johnny
Oh,
Bravo.
mama.
You're right.
Oh, mama, that's some hair, man.
I don't know that any of our younger viewers will know who that is.
Guys, look it up on Cartoon Network. It was a cartoon.
Hey, Bridge.
Promise ya.
Bridget.
There's somebody with some hair.
Yes.
Bridget Duffy rocks a hairdo.
Duffy.
Very close to this.
This might be Bridget Duffy inspired.
It could be an ode. An ode to Bridget.
Also, Bridget's been posting some pretty sick memes that have made me laugh, including the Jaws one with the beaches are open and the COVID thing. And she did one today where 2020 is a warm, just out of the oven baked chocolate chip cookie, and you bite into it and it's oatmeal raisin.
No, it's worse than that.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Just that one little moment of disappointment,
Listen,
but stretched out to a whole year.
This is the thing, see? There's a little...
Hey, Joey.
There's a little cookie war going on between us.
There is?
She can't have raisins. Raisins are
bad.
They're against God, apparently.
No, well, we're atheists, so that doesn't really hold
But they're
up.
against God, so that tells you.
Raisins are just terrible. Hi, Vicky.
Sarapande, Vicky. So I wouldn't be so unhappy about a little, oatmeal raisin cookie that was fresh baked. Fresh baked, people.
It could have flecks of gold in it. If it's got raisins in it, it's NFG.
Ooh, gold. I love gold.
No.
Mike Maloney's watching.
Oh, hey, Michael. Nice to see you. I'm sorry. I'm still having a hard time being able to, read the comments. I'm just blind enough that I can see them a little bit better on the iPad, and then close up I'm squinting. It's awful. Don't get old, folks. It's terrifying. I had perfect eyesight until in my mid-40s. I just turned 50, so it's not like that was a long time ago. I started doing office day jobs to supplement my radio career, and they all involved staring at a screen, and within days I had to get readers, and now that's what I have. And it's terrible. Don't stare at computers if you can help it.
Don't even look at them.
Keep
Stop!
your
Shut
sight-
it off now!
Keep your sight longer. So I hope everybody had, well, we all know you didn't have an awesome week.
You take it back, Holly Cantor.
None of us are having an awesome
Raisins are not disgusting.
week. Raisins are disgusting!
It's not right.
They're zombie grapes. It's just not necessary.
Sammy, the hair is on 10, my friend.
It's an abomination. Hey, Samable in the
Listen,
house.
I get in the ocean, I go underneath the surface, and I'm like using sonar to find other like pods. You know what I mean? With the porpoise. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm so lost. I have no idea.
Come on,
what
you
you're
know
talking
like
about.
porpoises and beluga whales, and they use the clicks and the things, and they get the bulbous area there that they pick up the sonar on.
Wow.
If you have to explain it like that, it's probably a little too obscure. Huh?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so
I ruined this show.
we just got started. You haven't ruined the show, but you have to keep track of.
There's still time.
You have to keep track of the comments for me because I'm having trouble like with the glare and everything.
By the way, Christy says that she only eats raisins in Brussels sprouts. Wait
I'm
a minute.
sorry,
And
what?
she doesn't really like those either. You're just who is this person?
Oh, she's
KKE,
a friend. No,
Christy Cornelius
she's a
Edens.
friend of mine. So
Yeah.
are we talking the not quite as offensive raisins, meaning the blonde? What do they call it? The golden raisins, because
Listen.
those occasionally
Hey, listen.
reconstituted aren't
What?
god
Reconstituted?
awful. Yeah.
Would it have to be soaked in
Well,
alcohol?
when you're using them in a dish. Sean O'Brien, you have my back.
By the way,
But in cookies, no, never, 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 no. No.
that's just ridiculous.
No.
You're
no.
so close-minded.
No. Trust the
By the way,
chubby girl. She
Sammy
knows
Sammy
the
Avila,
cookies.
very Johnny Bravo, he says to the hair.
Oh, good.
Ho ha!
Do you feel
Oh,
better?
mama,
Do
yeah.
you feel like you've
Somebody
been,
gets it.
Okay. All
Somebody
right.
gets it.
All right. What is Eric?
I got my
Rupert
Rupert
saying?
Selection shirt on.
Hey, Jerry Moylan's here.
Hello, Jerry.
You see, I was right. Golden. Christy acknowledged that it's golden. Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots to get to this week. First of all, go ahead. Do you have
Well,
something?
I just wanted to. Put your arm next to mine, the shirt.
Yeah.
See, guys. Somebody told me the last couple of weeks you really got to branch out, try some new colors. So
Okay,
here's
so
my
gray
dark,
and black. That's
my dark
great.
gray. I'm branching out,
Still not a color.
not just black.
Not a color. It's just the absent. It's just dark and then a lesser shade of dark.
There's a little bit of white mixed in there.
Okay, moving on. My daughter got her learner's permit this week.
Get off the roads, people. Get off the roads.
I'm not emotionally ready for any of this, and I have a serious question, you guys, so please watch the comments on this.
Okay.
Now, did you find it easier? Now, granted, all the kids take driver's ed unless they're over 18, and they all do driving lessons with like a pro, but as everybody knows, at some point or another, you're going to have to do some driving with your parents, right? I did not do well with my mom. I was much better with my dad. And the more people I talk to, especially women, I feel like there's the opposite gender works better for a parent being able to deal with their kid in the car and teaching them how to drive. And I'm curious as to what you guys think. I don't necessarily think it's that men are better at teaching driving. I think women are just as good, but not necessarily their daughters. And for men, not necessarily their sons. Can you confirm, or am I just full of baloney?
Jerry Moylan. Break, break, break. Break, break, break. So,
Break until
Can I-
you
can I
feel
put
the
my-
jerk of the car.
can I put my 2 cents? The jerk.
Get it?
Can I?
Yes,
Can I
go
put my
ahead.
2 cents in?
Oh, see, Sean
You may
O'Brien
be
says
right.
definitely true.
I
Bob
think you may be
Tarasi,
right.
ditto. All right.
Yeah, I think you may be
All right, I'm onto something.
Yeah.
This makes me happy.
Yeah.
My dad was
Jeez,
so
at least it was
tense.
something.
Jerry. Oh my God, Jerry. I would pay $1 million to be a fly on the wall
Not the
inside the
windshield.
car
Oh,
that taught
geez.
you to drive. Seriously. I bet that was awesome. So that was interesting. And now that she's actually got her permit and she went out and drove with her dad, I was like, so how was it? She's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Like she has been so gangbusters getting doing the online classes and then getting down to the RMV to register for the test, and then they take the test online. And now that she's out and actually like legally driving,
As a concept, driving's cool.
yeah, but she's like it's terrifying, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want to hear.
Does she mean just with her father, or does she mean?
I don't know. I think it's just terrifying everywhere because Keith Bennett.
Keith Bennett, you are here.
Geddy Lee, Keith Bennett. When we were doing the trivia, every answer was Geddy Lee
Listen.
at some point.
I texted him earlier and said exactly.
What is Jerry saying?
He used to steal their cars when he was 15 years old and drove around with his friends at 2 a.m.
All right,
So
Jerry,
he already knows how to drive before he started driving with his mom. He had already been practicing. Little did she know.
Eric Lightbody says, I don't think I drove with either of my parents. Jim Pericotti trying navigating downtown Salem. No thanks. By the way, it just came out today. Haunted Happenings, all the official stuff.
Yeah, Salem.
Canceled.
Salem is closed down.
I mean, they're still going to do certain things are still probably going to happen because they're not necessarily in the city's control. That being said, I've heard that most local vendors and artisans and shops and whatnot are kind of not too bummed out about this because this means the outside companies, like the carnival type stuff that happens now, they won't be coming in.
So
more money for local
something
businesses.
wicked this way won't come.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I'm trying to keep up with the things, with the comments, and like you don't leave a place to.
By the way, Nikki T's here. We have a halibut story courtey of Nikki T.
It's a halibut story.
It is. It's going to be fishy, but wonderful. So Dave made something.
What the? That was an awesome segue.
Are you looking at the things we have to talk
Yeah,
about?
but
before
we're
we get to our
flowing.
things?
I mean, we're doing our thing. You said,
Dave, who's the director of the show?
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That explains.
Yeah. I'm also the director of your life.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. I was in a really fantastic mood today. I'm sorry, I just swore. You're gonna have to bleep that out for the television. And it's dumpster fire 2020 fatigue. It's the stress of being furloughed and thinking the longer I go, I'm not going to be brought back to iHeart and be on the radio. And no, I'm not saying anything bad about my employer. It is what it is, but that kind of stuff is definitely stressing me out, and going from 3 jobs to 1 is definitely stressing me out. And of course I can't collect because I have a 40-hour weekday job. Anyway, Nikki T, I was in Davis Square having an outdoor cocktail. Excellent.
By the way, Jessica Akers puts in that she was called
No, Fishy But Wonderful
Fishy But
was
Wonderful.
her nickname
in high school.
Listen, Jessica, don't be funnier than the hosts. Just as a rule, you may want to consider
It's okay to be
that.
fishier, though.
Actually, Jessica is, she can do whatever she wants because she's making us more masks.
That's what she
Yay!
says.
No, she is. I think she's watching live from Puerto Rico right now. She's quarantined.
She's a jet setter.
Jim Pericotti rhymes with manicotti. Oh, he's actually talking to somebody else? You're replying to yourself. And somehow spread to Ohio, according to my FaceWeb.
What is that?
I don't know. Here's
What's
the
spread?
thing. When we see the comments, sometimes we don't see the previous comments.
Right.
You might want to do it again for us.
Yeah, I didn't sign off on her Lisa Loeb specs, by the way.
So he prefers the black lenses, and I lost them for 3 weeks. And guess where they were?
You were sitting on them?
Guess again.
I don't know.
They were in this room. Guess where they were?
Bedside table.
Under the bed.
Under the bed?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And we must have had some serious fun in the bed the other day because it moved a little. And then I saw that my glasses were under the bed.
A glimmer of
Yeah.
a reflection?
Yeah. So us,
The shiny black finish?
maybe a particularly hard cuddle. allowed me to reveal the source of my favorite pair of reading glasses.
Moving right along.
All right.
Hey, I made something.
Dave made something because masks aren't going away anytime
Guys,
soon.
listen. It's not a political statement. It's science. Wear a mask.
They all know
Okay?
that. They know.
Wear a mask.
They know.
It's not an infringement on your rights.
They already do it, but here, what do you do if you got a lot of people in the house and there are masks littering?
Oh, they're everywhere.
Your living room, your dining room, your foyer, if you will.
Hey, Angie, don't you hate it when masks get everywhere?
So, can we explain how it happened, or do you just want to show it first? Because it was a collaborative thing.
In that you nudged me and
No.
broke my chops?
Dave likes to go shop at like places like Savers and whatever, and get like things for like 25 cents, which is
Retro
great.
stuff.
So he took home a tie rack.
I like ties, guys. I grew up, since the 3rd grade all the way through high school, I wore a tie. I know how to tie knots. I know how to tie multiple knots.
Just to be fair, where are your ties right now?
They're in the closet somewhere.
Are they on a rack?
No, they're not on a rack.
Okay. So he buys this thing, and
I
it's kind of a weird looking thing, and it's been sitting in the
Around.
bedroom
It's in the stuff.
for a year?
Probably longer.
Yeah. And finally, I looked at it one day and I said, "Hey, Dave, you know that would be perfect to hold all the masks. So go get it."
You said that?
Yes, I did. So
'Cause
then
I thought-
it took a while for it to finally happen, and then I finally said, because I was being extra this week, can we please get the mask rack up?
It was
certain
point out
members of the
anything
family are
that she
leaving
could-
them everywhere.
She could bust my chops over. She was grasping for straws, and she was like, "Hey, how about that mask rack?"
See,
Now,
sometimes, here's the thing.
I have it. It's a mask rack. It's going to
There-
be in your house at some point.
There are times when
Okay.
Dave wants to do a task, and then it gets put aside, and it gets put aside, and then when I finally
but
bust
there's
his chops about it, not only does it not happen, we still have to wait 2 days because he doesn't like the way it looks.
Jerk Joe Burke
he
is here.
wants to sand it and color it and make it his own, and it still hasn't been hung up yet because he wanted to show you guys. So
Okay, excuse me. Did your favorite boyfriend make you
Favorite?
a Boba Fett cabinet for the bathroom?
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a surprise thing.
Mm.
I wanted a cabinet, but I didn't know it was coming, so I wasn't waiting desperately for
Right,
it.
right,
And we didn't have
right.
things littered around all the place that needed to go in the cabinet the same way the mask did.
If you could you pass me it?
Where is it?
It's right there.
Oh. All right, here we go. The big reveal.
All right, so look, guys.
The mask rack.
The mask rack, okay? Now, this is customized.
You gotta hold it
You
up
can't
higher so
you
they
can't
can
get this in
actually see it.
stores, okay? This is from a dollar store of some sort or other, from a thrift store. Now, it's for ties, and it mounts on your wall. See with the screws there? Screw holes, mounts on the wall, and the ties go on here, and you just,
Popular.
there you go, like, hey, all right. But I was like, you know what? We love a little Boba Fett around here. So I was like, I'm not just going to put it up. It's like cheapy looking wood grain, like a crappy toilet paper dispenser.
Is that the Seymour Skinner model? I don't know what that means. I'm not
Seymour
privy to that
Skinner.
inside joke.
Is that is that
Yes,
from...
Nikki T, we talked at great length about Dave's pompadour, but feel free to go ahead and give it a,
So
a
now
once over, if you will.
we have the official Boba Fett mask rack. It's
Should
going to
we,
mount on
like-
the wall next to our...
Why don't you?
We have a Marshall stack key holder.
Why don't you
This is gonna
hold
go-
it close to the camera so everybody can get a good look? Very nice.
See that, guys?
What do you think? So it'll hold all the people.
You know,
in
it'd
the
really help
house
if you had had a mask
masks.
that we could hang on it and show
well,
the people.
I suppose that would have involved planning.
Can you grab that little figurine over there? There's a little figurine right over here out of the shot. Oh, I'm glad I got you guys alone. Jesus, it's been brutal. Give me Boba. He's over there. Atta girl. So look, we got your Boba Fett, right? And you sit him on here. Now we're gonna like hot glue him on there.
We are not. That sits
Yeah.
on my computer at work.
It doesn't sit on your computer at work.
Yeah,
It's
it
been up
does.
here. Right? Look at that. Boba's just chilling. And Boba's like, I was gonna put like, you're no good to me dead, wear a mask. Or the new way is, you know, this is the way.
Okay,
Wear a
but
mask.
we actually have to hang it and use it.
You're welcome.
Okay. So if you guys want Dave to make you a custom version of that,
Buy one, send it to me.
he'll have it finished by the time there's a new pandemic.
Wow! Wow! That's awesome.
Come on, how long have I asked you to put it
That
up?
is awesome.
Since maybe a month after the pandemic started.
That's awesome.
Nikki
Yeah,
T,
see? Can't have my mask, touch your
touch
mask.
Well, this is our family. This is just for the family
Right.
in-house.
Oh no, this isn't for you to come over here.
No.
Although she did come over here this past week,
Which we will get to that.
okay? This isn't for you, a guest, to put their mask on. This is for the family members to put their mask on when they come in the house. Or when they're leaving the house, they know right where it is that while they're leaving. Alright? Alright? Mask rack. You heard it here first.
Do people like it? What are the comments? What are they saying?
So supportive is what Joe Burke said. And he's right.
Okay.
If he's being sarcastic.
Well, I mean, you know, Joe Burke does have a tendency to be a jerk. Yeah, I liked it. All right, so moving on, I had a C family, a Creedon family Zoom call this week, and I think I've realized why Zoom is free to everybody, but they only allow 30 minutes. If you want more time, you have to pay, because family Zoom calls should never last more than 30 minutes ever. It's
Hey,
a
listen.
little bit much.
And I'm not just going to say your family.
No, I think it's everybody's family, honestly.
I just saw I was like, I'm not getting involved.
It's
Last time we
difficult.
did it,
Well, there were too
was so many
people
people,
on. Yeah.
I actually got a little nauseous.
And the thing is if you don't have a huge screen to be able to put everybody on there, when somebody talks, they just come on the screen, and you could get like, you could pass out from that. Like, it's dizzying to watch and to listen to. It's too much. Like, if you had a problem with strobe lights and stuff, it's the same thing, only it's Zoom. And the other thing is
Underneath
that
the strobe light.
you've got all these family members that don't do this normally, and so I'm looking at pictures of like my cousin and his wife's chest. I'm
Jerry,
like, can we
Jerry
see
Moylan's
your
right
faces?
though. He's like, yeah, everyone spends the whole call talking about their connection. Much like our show.
My dad spends the whole time going, "This is just wonderful.
I'm really
happy
excited to
your
see you all."
faces," which is great, and I love that he can see everybody. And then my Auntie Patty just goes, "I love you, I love you, I love you," like
Eric,
every
oh my
other
good.
sentence.
Welcome, Jeff. Fish sticks. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, definitely good to see you. What's up, Jeff? Mwah, miss
Eric
you.
Lightbody's saying that his wife's family has done a 1 to 2 hour Zoom
Oh, I
get
don't
together
know.
every week.
That's too much, isn't it?
Oh.
All right, so I will say this. I have a bunch of my friends from the radio/music business that have since moved out to LA, and when I was living out there, we all hung out a lot. And so I miss my West Coast family. So every couple of weeks, we do a Sunday night chat. But it usually doesn't last longer than an hour. I think maybe an hour and a half. But, and maybe that's just the initial one, and then after that it's just an hour. And it's good to see everybody. We all talk shop, we talk radio and music and stuff. So it's not something that everybody else would want to talk about, so I understand that. But 30 minutes, I think, is
Auntie
good.
Patty's going to watch this, huh?
Auntie Patty lives in
Hi,
Plymouth.
Auntie Patty!
Or does she live in Marshfield?
No.
Is she in Marshfield?
She was in Plymouth.
She's in Plymouth.
Yeah. So, anyhow.
Abington
So I
Community Access.
I can't make a crack like, oh, and your California friends, you like them. You know,
I love
like,
my Auntie
and it's
Patty.
tough saying, we love Auntie Patty, I'm not
Listen,
saying
I
that.
have my Auntie Denny, Auntie Patty, and Auntie Junie.
Uncle Warren, though, what a pain in the ass.
The word is not pain in the
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I kid you. I'm kidding,
That's
Warren.
just not
I'm
nice.
kidding. Warren is what? Come on, Danny, let's fire up the camper. I'm gonna go kick that whippersnapper's.
I'm just like, I can't wait to hug you. I can't wait to see you in person. And I'm the. That's not happening anytime soon.
Auntie Denny is waiting for somebody else to try her food before she can commence to eat. Oh, you gotta try this.
Oh my God, you guys! My Auntie Denny has this weird tick where anytime you go out to dinner with her,
try
she insists you try whatever she has on her plate, whether you want to or not. She will like hand feed it to you. She doesn't, and I think it's her weight loss technique. I think that's how she stays so thin. She shares half of her plate with everybody else, even people like not with us.
Like at the next table over.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, have you tried the veal? It's amazing.
Do you guys have not like that? Because that's insane, right? Also, Auntie Denny, the smartest person out of all of us. She like worked on the first computer. Yeah. She ran a bank.
Like when a computer was like the size of a building.
Yeah, it was.
Like
it took up a whole floor.
She's putting in the cards.
She worked on like one of the first computers. She's like crazy smart, but man,
with Mr. Peabody.
Yeah. But you get Auntie Denny around
Denny,
food.
you set the Wayback Machine to 1847.
And it's best to just say yes, you will try it. Otherwise, she'll just keep coming at you with that piece of food.
Listen, she's not in Manamet. She's in a nice spot, though. She's
in Plymouth?
She's in Chiltonville, smart guy.
Oh.
It's nice. It's pretty nice.
Well, when I was growing up, Auntie Patty lived in Duxbury. Don't you know? That's where the chosen people live. And by chosen, I just mean very wealthy.
Yeah. Keith, I recognize your wings, your reference, yes. I recognize your wings reference, I do.
No big sandwich? That's my favorite wings reference. So that was it for the family Zoom calls. Also, Casey Riddles may not be on tonight, one of our producers.
He's actually back at work.
He's back at work. So
slanging that alcohol.
For you guys that chat amongst yourselves, hey Becky Ross, hey Keith, I thought it was Keith Smith. It's still just Keith Bennett.
Oh my God,
my bad. I take back that hello.
Whoa!
I already said hi to Keith. So, Riddles is a bartender, and he's a really good bartender, and he works at Luca. So, really? So, he is back behind the bar, Luca and the North End Wednesday and Friday, and Luca Back Bay Tuesday and Thursday. If you guys are in the area, of course,
go see him and tell him that Angie and Dave sent you.
Joey Alberto Santiago is watching. Welcome, Mr. Joey Santiago.
Wow.
Oh, now Dave's gonna feel self-conscious about the guitars.
No, don't even look behind me.
Guitar God for the Pixies.
Pay no attention.
Joey
Pay no
Santiago is here.
attention.
Now, Joey and I were neighbors when we lived in Studio City, and we often met up on the schoolyard, dropping our kids off at school. And one time, when Kendall was quite wee, and she was very good friends with
super annoying
Joey's daughter.
Well, she is annoying now.
No, but so we had like a play date over at the Santiago's house, and of course Joey's got guitars everywhere because Guitar God, and they're not like behind bulletproof glass casings, which I had originally anticipated. They're just open and sitting on little racks and whatnot. Yeah. And the kids are all whipping around, and I'm like, don't break anything! That could be the guitar from Debaser!
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I love you, Joey.
Where's my mind with that one?
Mwah.
We recorded that one. Yeah, Kendall, go ahead. Yeah.
And if you guys are missing live music, and you don't mind hanging out in your car, Will Daly is going to be performing at the Tupelo Music Hall Drive-In.
He'll be performing too.
What did I say?
Nothing.
I tortured him today. He's not going to be nice to me, and that's fine. That's okay. Ed Velasquez is playing with with Will as well, and that is happening Thursday, August 27th. I will post about it as we get closer. But if you guys want to go see some awesome live music, Will Daly will be at the Tupelo Drive-In Theater.
Man, I'll tell you, I love me some Will Daly.
Who doesn't? Tiger Beat. He is so ridiculously good looking, and he's also an incredible singer-songwriter.
Yeah, but he's also, the thing about it is he's so nice. It makes me want to throw up.
He is one of the nicest guys in rock and roll. Not
You're
unlike
totally
Joey
blowing the
Santiago.
curve, bro. Thanks a lot.
So stuff that we watched this week is
Hate people like
is
that.
a very small, short stack because we really didn't watch that much. We
No,
sort of
we didn't.
binged season 2 of Hannibal. We were like, more.
That was a good one.
It was a very
It was
good
a good
season.
one. Not exactly family friendly, but
No,
you know.
and speaking of not family friendly, I'll Be Gone in the Dark wrapped up. So the finale, the last 2 episodes of that.
Was
are
there
just
anything that we watched that
harrowing.
wasn't involving serial killers?
No, because I was going to say Perry Mason, but there's...
That's a terrible killing as well.
Oh, Umbrella Academy season 2. We
Just
did start
started it,
that.
just started it.
It's just as crazy as season 1.
I kind of feel like I have to get to know everybody. I get
That's
to know
the
them
problem
again.
with these Netflix shows. You binge them so fast, and then it takes 2 years to get a new season, and then you've forgotten everything. And their little catch-up trailer doesn't do it. Doesn't do it.
No.
For me. Where did I leave my water bottle?
Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Don't know. Can't help you.
All right, so what we listened to
I
this
hate
week is a much bigger story.
Okay, but why were we listening?
Tell them what we were doing. I'm going to go find my water bottle.
No.
I need
Anyway,
it.
guys, we went on a mystery tour, a mystery ride. So we were bored and it was Sunday, yes? By the way, the water bottle was right next to her where she put it, on the floor.
Sorry. Yeah, Sunday we went on a mystery ride.
So we went on a mystery ride and we're like, hey, where are we going to go? So
Wait, can we back up real quick? For those of you who don't know what a mystery ride is, we talked about this last week. My family, during the summer, we didn't have any air conditioning, and there were 4 kids, and we were miserable in the heat. And so we would go on mystery rides. And really, it was just the only air conditioning was in the Caprice Classic wagon.
Come
with
on,
the
kids.
Fake wood
you
paneling.
rotten buggers, get in the car.
So,
Don't make me come back there.
the mystery ride was just get the kids in the car, let's all cool off, and eventually we'll take them for an ice cream. So Dave...
Don't we have a rich and full family life?
Uh-huh. So Sunday we woke up and Dave's like, I want to go on a road trip.
And I felt like the same way. I'm like, how do we enrich our family life? I said, be quiet. Don't let any of the kids know. Let's jump in the car. We'll drive away. And no one will be the wiser.
Here's the thing,
And that's
though.
what we did.
He wanted to just go with no plan.
I like to just go, bro. All right?
I can't do that.
I can't plan out my life, man.
Can you guys go and do, just get in the car and go?
Yes.
I think that's great in your 20s. But
Oh, so
we're-
now I'm immature.
No, I just don't want
Listen,
to
I don't like you say that to me. Take it back, or I'm holding my breath till you take that back.
I just don't want to waste time. I want to at least have some sort of a plan. So we decided we were not going south. That was for sure. So we decided to do several versions of north.
We just kept going north. Right?
We
And then
started
we're like,
out
whoa.
Rockport, Gloucester.
You know, it got real though when they were like, there were the signs by the side of the road. They're like, hey, follow the new guidelines for going out of state.
Oh, right. And then we were
And
like,
I was
are
like,
we gonna
oh
have to
man.
quarantine?
And then I grabbed the steering wheel really tight. I'm like, oh my god, man.
By
and
the
I
way-
started sweating. Like, oh man.
Joe Burke brings up an excellent point.
What?
It's not a mystery ride if you plan.
Joe, listen. You're still kind of
Right.
a jerk, but yeah,
He's right. I'm sorry. So we finally decide to head to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And
We did it. We
and-
crossed state lines, bro.
and-
Now it's a Fed case.
And as soon as we crossed state lines, I found a playlist of rock hits from 1983.
1983 rock and roll hits, guys, and they weren't all like beach balls
They weren't
that you hear all the time.
obvious hits.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, we started with Little Kiss, Lick It Up, which is great. Sorry,
Listen,
it's great.
what she's not telling you is somebody, even though it's a random list, she felt the need to play it on shuffle.
Yeah, because I had already seen the first couple of songs and I wanted to be
And
surprised.
she wanted, oh, you want to be surprised?
Yeah,
Like-
on the planned mystery drive,
Yeah,
I wanted to be
like,
surprised.
It makes no sense at all, guys. It makes no sense at all. I'll tell you what made sense. Singing "Don't Tell Me You Love Me" at the top of my voice.
Night Ranger.
Riding along.
There are certain, I don't know what it is about the year 1983. I think maybe because I was like a freshman in high school or whatever, but it's just, it's like eating your grandmother's best food dish or something. It's total comfort
it's comfort.
food. And then I like...
The Police Synchronicity came out that year.
And if I may be so bold, Dave is my dream boyfriend in 1983. I mean, he's my dream boyfriend now, and I have him, which is pretty great. But if I had this in 1983, my life would have been perfect.
Hey, if I had this in 1983, I could have gotten into bars.
So, I love listening to music from that era with you specifically, and then sort of fantasizing that we're really 13 or 14 years old again, and just kind of like hanging out and listening to music, and maybe holding hands and whatnot. So Huey Lewis, Heart and Soul. Listen, I love all Huey Lewis, but that one just came up and kind of hit my sweet spot. Yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Right.
Funny thing about that, I don't like any other Yes songs, like
Yeah,
at all.
Trevor Rabin, thank you very much.
Dave explained to me that one of the guys from the band who never does...
He actually wasn't in the
anything.
band all. It was like he was like a temp guy, you know. He wasn't in there for that long.
So he comes in, he writes and
Writes
arranges
songs.
this
He's the guitar
incredibly
player.
like super 80s
So that
awesome iconic
that
sound.
awesome Strat sound that you hear.
Oh, and
is him.
but the keys too, right? The do do do.
Well, that whole thing. Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's his
it's-
thing.
it's amazing.
So, what else?
Oh,
The Fix. One thing leads to another.
but the world's greatest Loverboy song, I forgot, was a Loverboy song.
Hot Girls in Love.
Oh, so good.
And Baby, I'm in Love.
Oh my god.
She's turning on the heat.
So good!
I had to pull my handkerchief up over my head and wear it as a bandana.
Little Mike Reno action.
Yeah, baby, the whole group.
Sing some more, it's really good.
No, I'm not going to do
please.
that. You know why?
It's just a little too much. Come on, do it.
Hot girls in love. And baby, I'm in love.
Oh, so good.
So look.
I forgot that Loverboy had like good songs.
Well.
Because they've always played
Now that was
Working
from
for the Weekend.
Wasn't that from a movie? Was that from like Youngblood or something like that?
I thought it was from All the Right Moves.
All right, somebody look it up. Somebody look it up.
Yeah.
Is it from a Is it from a Tom Cruise football movie or is it from a Rob Lowe hockey movie? We don't know.
Somebody
Find
figure
out.
that out. Please go and look it up.
Wait a minute. And then Bob Seger even. Like, I'm not a huge Bob Seger fan. There are songs, yeah. You know, Against the Wind, Night Moves. There are some good songs, right? Hollywood Nights, that's a good one.
Yeah.
A rocker.
that is- yeah.
What was it?
Um,
Shame on the Moon.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I forgot about
Completely
this song.
forgot about that song.
I totally forgot about this song.
Go back through some of the comments because I think Jim Pericotti was at his first concert was a Yes concert, and he said it sounded
Leave It,
like
yep, it was on that album.
he said it sounded like it was just a 3-hour long song, which sounds about right for a Yes concert.
Yeah.
What else we got?
That's it.
Then Styx, Mr. Roboto. Oh my
That
god.
okay,
we had a good laugh
and
about
we had
Dennis
to
D.
we
Young.
had to chop up Dennis D. Young. I'm so sorry,
The
guys.
concept album.
Hey, it's Styx's concept album.
Do we-
All right.
and now-
Hey, anybody ever heard of Styx after that?
Also, I do rock,
It's like-
I do rock the Tommy Shaw
Yeah, right.
homage
You
with
know
my
what I mean?
hair.
Meanwhile, it brought up something else.
Okay.
Styx did you know, Mr. Roboto.
Hey Denny.
Okay. And it was like, after that, it was like, you know, crickets. So we didn't like, you know, Come Sail Away, and like Too Much Time on My Hands, and like there was tons of songs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Mr. Roboto, and then No More Sticks. Like, it was
Well,
like,
I think that
it was like, hey Dennis. Tommy Shaw's like, hey Dennis, me and the boys have been talking. You know, maybe you ought to go and do your thing. You know what I mean?
And didn't they start a
So-
cover group? What was the group?
Well, they
that, was
speaking
that,
of
was that
damn Yankees,
That's
Tommy Shaw, Ted Nugent, Jack Blades from Night Ranger,
yeah, that's right.
and who else was
I think
who's
one of the
drummer?
other guys from Styx was in the band, but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
possibly.
So we were talking about the fact that Dennis DeYoung had the gravitas, if you will, to come up with this ridiculousness, and that really it was like
Thank you very much.
it was a Broadway show, but not.
Only but it was like Starlight Express.
Oh yeah,
it was not
wicked cheesy. And
Yeah.
all I'm thinking is, was this before or after the Queen album? You know?
Yeah, you made a comment like
The
it was like them trying
operatic
to be
section.
Queen, you know.
Like it did sort of reek of that. Like it's already been done. Maybe you shouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
What does Keith saying about the? How could the guy who unironically used lads in lyrics possibly make a misstep of the concept?
Yeah, right.
Dennis DeYoung, you know what? Dennis DeYoung and Steve Perry should perform together.
Oh, come on.
They're
now.
both two whiny, you-know-what.
Very high-pitched singers.
Great voices,
Right.
but just nightmares to deal with as band members. Of course, there was Dio, Rainbow in the Dark.
Now that's just don't even touch it.
The whole thing.
Oh, the Trooper!
Dave sings the whole song, like front to back, Rainbow in the Dark.
As
like,
Ronnie James Dio.
yeah, and of course.
I
how
can't
could
help
he
it.
not?
I can't help it.
Give us a line.
Let me see.
Ding, 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 ding.
When I see lightning, you know it always brings me down. 'Cause it's free and it's me that I see, who's lost and never found. Anyway, yeah. So anyway,
James here.
I don't know how it comes out on the video, but in my head it sounds okay.
Also, there was a very not obvious AC/DC song that I'm not sure I knew.
I can't remember.
Flick the Switch. Do you guys know that song?
Yeah.
Deep cut.
Listen, the Trooper. They played the Trooper.
Yeah. Triumph, A World of Fantasy.
Now look at talk about Geddy Lee. How about Rick Emmett? Did Rick Emmett go to Geddy Lee finishing school to learn how to sing? Hey, name that Canadian power trio with a high-pitched singer for 300. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, it got real quiet there for a second. I don't know.
Sorry. So 1983 is obviously like kind of our year, I think, as far as music that we like to listen to and laugh at and tell stories about.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't on there because it's not really a rock song, Always Something There to Remind You, was that Naked?
Always something there to remind me?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah, no, that was in 83. Is it Naked Eyes? Who did that song?
I don't know.
Always
I won't admit to it. I might know it, but I won't admit. I won't.
That was like the biggest song when we took our 8th grade trip to Canopy Lake Park in 1983.
Listen, the biggest song was Photographed by Def Leppard.
Oh, that whole album was enormous.
Pyromania.
So we
Like,
were
like 4 or 5 songs from Pyromania were on that list.
Same school trip. There were 2 boom boxes on the bus. They had one in the front and one in the back.
Because they were a rich town, apparently.
We were all in on it, and they both had cassettes of Pyromania, right? So they both queued it up so that we could hear in stereo, whatever the Rock of Ages. And no matter how many times we tried to get it at the same time, they were still off by like a millisecond. Oh, good memories. That was the Witchcraft Heights.
Hey man, that's just
8th
reverb,
grade
you know?
graduation Canopy Lake Park trip. Because I grew up in Salem. Thank you very much. Triumph and Rush played like 3 tours together.
Can you imagine that? Oh my goodness.
That's like, I don't know. Were
But
there
if
a
you
lot of
love
women?
one, you might love the other. No, there weren't a lot of women.
Was there no line for the women's bathroom? Probably. I'm trying to think of other like big songs from 1983.
Well,
I mean, those were.
you know, first of all, look, it's Synchronicity was the biggest album in 1983, I'd say, probably.
Okay.
The Police, Synchronicity was humongous. So there were a bunch of songs by that, you know, by them on that.
Mm-hmm.
Not my I mean, Police is my favorite, but it's not my favorite album by the Police. Anyhow. All right, moving right along.
So we did want to talk about, we had a little social distancing action party, if you will.
Action, it sounds so risque.
So Nikki T, who you all know and love,
She's a fishmonger.
I like to eat the fish. Dave, not so much. She had some frozen halibut to share. We said, come on over.
Sean O'Brien.
What is
China,
he
my Red Rockers.
Oh, China.
Never heard of him.
China.
Never shopped at the guy's store. Providence.
Yeah, go to Darren's store, Pop in
Called
Providence.
Pop.
If
You guys haven't been there.
It's
Darren
fantastic.
will play bass on that song.
And of course manages the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. Among
Oh,
other
does
things.
he do that too?
Darren Hill.
And he owns a super cool store.
Nickname Jerwood.
It's like secondhand coolness, and it's just got.
It's got a little bit of
anything.
everything. Any kind of, you would love it.
Hey, you know,
It's awesome.
you want one of those Team Ford jackets from 1969 that Carol Shelby used to wear? It says like Ford on it, or it
He's
says
got
Shelby
it.
on it.
Yeah.
And the stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there. Like, you know, that kind of stuff.
I mean, you got to be a size small, but
Right.
he's got it.
Right. If you're a medium-sized Chinese woman, then that's your
I
jacket.
don't know why the nationality has anything to do with
Because
it.
they're
but
slight
okay.
Asian. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Asian.
okay. Let's maybe not make generalizations about particular cultures on our.
Oh,
Talk show.
I'm sorry.
So Nikki T came to visit, and our buddy Rice was there as well. So we put up the tent, and
They came over, and we had a little shindig under the big top.
So Dave got a tent for Kendall's 16th birthday,
Well,
which
it's
we had
just-
already
it's
told
just
you
one of
about.
those
It's a little
easy up
pop-up tent.
tents.
But he
you
also
see
bought her a rug of turf that she could practice her field hockey on. So we put that down.
It's like high quality AstroTurf,
So,
but it's like an 8x10 piece of it.
and then we have, we have our little chairs
we
on
roll the
opposite
pad down
sides, like
first.
10 feet apart from each other. Hand sanitizer at the ready. Nikki T not only brought me fish, she also brought a big, huge thing of sanitized wipes or whatever. What are they called? Disinfectant wipes. I always lose that. I can never say disinfectant.
And I wasn't going to help her on that one.
And by the way, I think that's awesome. If you're going to visit anybody for any kind of social distancing gathering, you need to bring disinfectant wipes. I think that's like a great calling card, and we love that. So anyway, I actually made the halibut last night during
Just for the hell of it.
during the hurricane on the grill.
Now wait.
Poor Dave was
She prepped it, put it in what we call a hobo pack. Is it okay to use hobo pack?
Yeah.
Or is it a
No,
person
that's the
temporarily
thing.
homeless,
No.
but you should be valued as a full human being
Hobo
pack?
packs with little
Okay.
tinfoil packs you
Right.
put stuff in
So anyhow.
and throw it on the grill.
So I'm out there, I'm grilling a pork loin
Hi, Trish.
and a bunch of halibut. And
but tell them why we had to cook it on the grill.
outside.
Yeah. Dave
Because-
can't have a fish smell in the house.
I can't have the whole house smelling like fish, guys. It's just the way it is. If you don't like it, don't move in with me. Telling you right now.
I have been okay cooking salmon. You're okay with the salmon as long as it's like once a month.
Listen,
although I can eat salmon once a week.
I want
no
you to
problem.
be happy, and that's what that's all about.
but the
I hear
halibut-
halibut, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
he was
nah.
like, You're
Nah.
gonna cook that on the grill, right? And I was like, sure, Dave.
I
I'll
wasn't
cook
like
it on the
that. I
grill."
was like, hey, I'm gonna grill that for you, all right? Because I love you. Meanwhile, I'm out there, and like the leaves start turning over on the
Yeah, we were
trees.
trying to get dinner done
You know,
before hurricane whatever
my,
came
my
by.
hair like almost bent.
Oh.
My hair almost bent over.
And so
And
a few minutes
guys,
go by, and I
The
peek
sky.
out. It opens up, of course. It's hurricane winds
It's-
and rain.
So the
going
stuff is-
sideways.
The stuff is half cooked on the grill.
And
I'm committed.
But I go and look for him, and I can't find him. He's hiding on the side of the house.
I'm actually up against the house in a little triangle where the rain isn't hitting because it's coming down sideways at a 45 to a 45 to a 45. Like, get it? Like total. It's like a compound.
He was drenched. And the funny thing
And
is,
by the
that
end of it, I'm like, I'm gonna burn. I'm either gonna ruin the food, or I'm just gonna walk out in this and do the flipping and
yeah,
everything.
because we did a pork tenderloin on there too. Everything turned out great. And then the sky.
No. If to be fair,
Oh, I left the fish on a little too long.
No.
That was my fault.
hey, I'm like, hey, how is it? Well, to be honest, the fish is a little overdone.
But that was my fault.
She's trying to take credit for it, but in her brain,
No, I
she's
don't.
like,
Dave,
"You
have I
son
ever
of a
not told you when I'm mad at you?
ruined my free halibut."
No, it was wonderful. I just did a little diced sweet onion and tomato.
Oh, it was dicey.
With a little Ken's Italian, threw that
A lot
into
of
the
Ken's
hobo
Italian.
pack with the halibut. It was delightful. It poached in the sauce. It was wonderful. Hello,
poached.
Liz.
It poached.
So we ate that, and I think we had a pretty successful
The mashed taters they were great.
socially distant thing. We got the free fish. What I needed to back up a little. We were talking to you guys about Amy Schumer and her chef husband and the little cooking show they did during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a particular vegetarian pasta dish that involved cauliflower and broccoli, and I made it.
So what it is, it's not just roasted vegetables and pasta together. It's like roasted vegetables that are then pureed into a sauce. Then roasted vegetables
diced
added to
onion.
that.
Yeah.
And then, dousing the pasta in that.
Yeah, you toss the pasta in that, and that's the
That
sauce.
was real good.
Yeah, and Nikki had some. You can ask Nikki if she liked it.
I looked over. It was getting it was like dusk, so the sun was going down and stuff. It was kind of getting dark, but I could see like little sparks coming off, like when she was like hitting the bowl with the fork.
Stop. Listen, I love cooking for other people, and I love hearing them love my food. That is the number one most awesome thing ever, and I'm sure Sean O'Brien will agree with me on
Joe
that.
Berg, don't conflate the pork loin and the hobo pack of fish. Okay?
Oh yeah, that wasn't cooked.
They
in a
weren't
hobo
together. Okay, get it right.
I've been perfecting a barbecue rub that involves
She knows how to rub it, people. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's got brown sugar.
When I
it's got
have
paprika.
meat,
It's got onion powder.
I want her to rub
it's
it
got
for me.
mustard powder.
I do.
I do a good rub, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, she's a rubber.
And Jerry Moylan will tell you my poached eggs are perfection.
Yeah, they are.
They're pretty good. So being a foodie and having my ex-husband be a chef, I learned a couple things. I picked up a couple of things here and there.
Anything you do about it.
So we did want to give an update on Dave's oldest boy, Connor, who usually calls at this time
Right
in
in
the
this
middle
time.
of the show.
Last show,
Because he's in
he
the Air
called.
Force, basic training.
He's at basic training down in Texas, so he's miserable for various reasons. He's in Texas. That's
It's
a
really
reason.
hot.
The COVID thing is big down there. That's a reason.
They gotta wear the
Super
masks.
hot. They gotta wear masks. He's getting screamed at constantly. He's gotta make his bed. There are reasons that he hates it. Okay? But he called me up last week, and I had to get off the show for a minute and
I
go
had to
talk to
carry
him.
the whole show by myself
Oh my
for
goodness!
like
And
20
it was
minutes.
right. It was, except that they only let him talk for like 4 minutes.
And you can see
But
the
it felt like
numbers,
20
the
'cause I was
numbers
awake.
of people watching were plummeting because
Yeah,
Dave
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
on screen.
Guys, you'll be happy to know that he made it through last week. This week is called Beast Week.
Now, are they not on the regular part of the base?
They actually go out into the Texas boonies. They live.
The Texas wilderness?
Yes, yeah, this sagebrush country.
I was going to say,
So they
is
go-
there Texas wilderness?
Yeah, there certainly is.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just out there, and they live in like 4 different groups that have really, like Reaper and Vigilant.
Oh,
They
God.
got these names right. So they live in these different groups.
So they don't drop
go
them like
and they
naked and
do-
afraid in the bush?
Yeah, no, they're not. No, they're not naked. They're afraid, but they're not naked. So I was reading some of the stuff online,
Hey, Liz.
and they're like, "Hey, if one of your wingmen gets bitten by a rattlesnake, if you're camped out on a on a fire ant mound, move away." They were like,
I think
they were like these basic things, and I'm
Yeah.
like, rattlesnakes.
So Dennis
You know?
White will. I have a fire ant story, believe it or not. Denny, who's probably still on, we went to Jamaica with a group of people during Y2K, and they all decided to go on a trip to see a waterfall in Negril, and they had to hike to get there. And I had a wicked bad sunburn because pasty pale
Was this before or after
Jamaican
you broke your
sun.
ankle?
This was well before that.
Oh.
This was Y2K. So the group went without me, and one of the guys in the group liked one of my friends, and he was trying to impress her or whatever. It was pretty cute. He kind of looked like David Duchovny, whatever. He stepped on an anthill, and like that was it. Vacation over for him. Like
really?
the fire ants, like they
got right on him?
Yeah. It was deadly. Can you imagine being in Jamaica and you're like, hey, you know, pass that joint, like get the red stripe beer and fire ants.
Nikki T, this is a family show.
Is Nikki T
right?
getting a little?
Well, no,
X-rated?
Nikki. This is Nikki T. I would suck rattlesnake poison out of Will Daly any day of the week. Thank you.
Cosign.
I would consider it myself. I mean, he's dreamy. What can I say?
Will Daly, hashtag Tigerbeat, and he is very dreamy.
Listen, from a guy who is really into his own hair.
Oh, we have a friend who's
Will Daly's hair is pretty cool.
Can we talk about hair for a second? So, if you guys know Jittery Jack, or if you knew the Raging Teens, or you're in that whole scene, rockabilly and whatnot, Kevin Patey has been studying to become a barber. If you've been watching the Facebook posts, and he is now officially a junior barber. So he is in the clinic. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's definitely all next week. They have like a haircutting
Do they
clinic.
do bloodletting too?
So no, but
and leeches?
you can get an $8 haircut from Kevin Patey if you're in the Malden area, because he's doing it in Malden all next week. I think it's from like 10:30 to 2:30 or something. So if you haven't been to a barber since the pandemic because you're like freaked out or whatever, and they do make sure you have your mask on, but it's Kevin Patey. They'll be like a celebrity cutting your hair, right? The guy's toured all over the world like thousands of times. He's a great guitar player.
See, but the thing about that is if he messes up your hair, he's like, I've been all over the world touring. You know what I mean? Like
he's gonna be like, it's an $8 haircut. Really?
It's an $8 haircut, man. You know what I mean? Like really? Like,
I just wanted
right?
to give a little shout out to Patey. I mean,
no, that's totally cool.
$8? Come on.
He's actually seen in Malden. I find that weird.
I think that's where the clinic is. The hairdressing school clinic, if you will.
You know, I've been to Malden before.
Yes.
Yep. I built the police headquarters there.
Yes, for those not playing along at home, Dave is a union carpenter.
Single-handedly built it.
Really? Did you now?
Yeah.
Single-handedly?
Mm-hmm. I also single-handedly kept the donut shop across the street open.
In business?
Yes.
By the way, Franny nicknamed our little social distancing in our driveway. Instead of the lawn on D, it's the lawn on C. Although Dave called it under the big tub, so we're still going back and forth.
The lawn on Angie C.
What? Is that dirty? It sounds dirty.
Hey, listen, I can vouch for it.
Anyway, we've come to the end of the show, pretty much. Guys, got any last minute questions for us? Jim Pericotti was born in Malden. How dare you?
Carpet bomb. No. Doesn't who lives in Malden that we know?
I'm
Couple
sure
people.
There's several people who live in Malden.
Those people. You know, the people that we know.
The people that we know that live in Malden.
Corin.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I remembered.
Yeah, I believe he lives in Malden.
Mine like a steel trap.
All right, so you guys, if you want to see yourself on the show in your comment form, make sure you tune in to Abington Community Access Friday nights at 9. If you have it, it's Channel 28 on Verizon, Channel 13 on Comcast. And you can always check out all of our shows on the Abington Community Access YouTube page. We have our own playlist. So we have our own separate page within the page that have all the worst talk shows on there. Isn't that cool? Malden is
cool.
like a nicer version of Charlestown. Jerk
Listen,
your work.
You're not lying,
Kicking it up a notch.
kid. You're not lying. Back in the day, I was like, ooh, Malden. Man, that's near Everett. Those places are beautiful.
Matt Sullivan lives in Malden.
All right. Oh,
Nikki
that's
T
right.
is like listing all the people we know who live in Malden.
So
Thank you.
Jen actually lives in? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
They must think she's like an alien princess, goddess. All right, so thank you guys for watching. We are so happy that you keep coming back every week. And please ask your local cable provider to put us on. We're available for all the cable providers.
We're available.
To put us on, yes.
We're available. Put us on.